Sherls here. Welcome to day 25 of Journal Jigsaw collaboration, hosted by Rachel from Rach and Bella Crafts and Angela Kerr. If this is your first time hearing about this collaboration, Rachel has a great launch video that you need to check. You can find the video in the playlist that Rachel put together. I will put the link to all the information you need to know about this collaboration, the schedule, the freebie, the kit we used, and the channels taking part in this collaboration in the description box. If you come from the previous days, I'm glad you are still with us. We almost made it to the end of the collaboration. What's the prompt for today? My prompt is lace belly band blooms, and my partner is Stacy from Stacy's Crafty Jam. I can't wait to watch what she's going to make with this prompt. I hope we are not making the same thing. Well, if we do, then lucky you. You got to see different ways of making the same thing. So what are you waiting for? Go grab your pretty laces and let's get crafting. I already picked laces that's in the color theme of the digital kit that Rachel and Bella Kerr provided us, the Garden Story. Both Rachel and Angela have a flip through of their kits. You can find the video in the playlist. I printed 4 pages of the digitals only on one side. And for this digital, I printed 2 copies of them. We will put these papers aside while we are making a blooming lace belly band. Just like a flower, we need a sepal or a base to hold the petals of our lace bloom. I will be using sheer fabric as my sepal. I will be making a vertical belly band. My paper is in US letter size. That means my belly band will be 8.5 inches tall. The width, I highly suggest not to exceed 1/3 of the page width. When folded, the US letter size page width is 5.5 inches. A third of that is around 1.8 inches. So 1.5 inches of sheer fabric shall be a good width for my base. Now, I need to decide which laces to use and cut it as long as this base, which is 8.5 inches. I already pre-decided that I want to use this green lace and this blue one and this white one. And I will decide later if I will need more of laces or not. So I will just take my paper to help me. And I will need 2 of these because I like my lace bloom to be symmetrical on both sides, just like the flower is. And like this. And lastly, I will also be using this one. We might be using this, might not. Let's just put it aside for now. And I will take my mat so you can see clearly what I'm doing. And as you can see here, my sheer fabric is not cut perfectly straight, and that's totally fine. And before I start, I forget that I want to cut this into half. So my lace is looking like this, and I will just cut just straight in the middle. And the other one as well. Now, using my fabric tag, I will start building my lace bloom. Start from the outside. Just put a dab of glue here. And the other side as well. I will start from this blue lace on the outer side, and then my other one, where do I put it? There's this. the second layer of petal, I think I will be using, let's use the white one. I will put a straight line of glue on this side, maybe overlapping with the lace as well, because we are going to put the lace overlapping just like how a flower petal looks. We want it to overlap so it will look like a flower or like a rose petal that is kind of growing inside, and this one as well. Now for the middle one, let's see, do I want to put another layer or do I want to put this here? Actually, I have prepared another lace, a very pretty one that I was thinking to use. I don't usually use this lace with the dimension in the middle of page, but I have another plan for this. Oh, this looks very gorgeous. So I will be using this. Let's see, where should we cut? So it will be in the middle like this. I already prepared this green one, so I can still use it to add more dimension and more color to this lace. It might not show as much, but I think it will still look very cute. Finally, this one. Yeah, this looks very nice. And that's it. That's our lace belly band blooms. Well, this is only the lace. It's not making a belly band yet, but we already made one. That's very easy, right? And if you like, you can use ribbon for the base or like any fabric you want, or even lace. But just remember, try to use a transparent material. Why? Let me show you here. I have this lace belly band that I made with the green burlap as the base, and it's pretty opaque in my opinion. You can barely see my fingers through the layers of lace. And this one, I'm using my favorite material, a plastic cereal bag or the product package. And here you can see, more of my fingers underneath the laces, so it's more see-through. And that's why I suggest you to use a transparent material. And if you're using a plastic, I highly suggest to use one that's thick. This one I use a thinner cereal bag, and you can see it's not really straight, it's kind of lumpy. It's still usable, so that's fine. And this one I'm using a thicker cereal bag, and it feels so much nicer. So let's just make another one really quick. I'm using this bag that I have in my hand. I'll just cut it into like around 1.5 inches and 8.5 inches. Okay, again, we are going to build our lace belly band, and this time I will be using, let's start with green, using my pepper again to help me guide the cutting size. How do you enjoy this collaboration so far? I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. and got a lot of new inspirations. I watched all the tutorials and I have been making most of them. I also share my take of the tutorial in my Journal Jigsaw Inspired series. It's very interesting watching different crafts by different artists of the same prompt. I can't thank Rachel enough for organizing and inviting me to join this collaboration. So thank you so much again, Rachel and Angela, for giving me a chance to be part of this collaboration and organizing it. I really like using a thin lace for this lace belly band bloom because then I can see the digital underneath it or the paste underneath the lace. But if you like, of course, you can use any lace that you fancy. So I need one more layer. I want to use this one. Sorry, I am not really prepared for the second one because I wasn't even planning to make a second one in a video, but then I decided like, yeah, let's just do another one. I don't have much of yellow lace, so I'll have to skip that part. But green and green, oh, this looks nice. How about pink? There's like not much pink in the digital, but I think that will also work. Oh, that looks great. Let's just use this pink. So while I'm working with this lace belly band bloom, I just realized that you can make this like very long one, like a snippet roll, and then cut it as much as you need. That would be really cool. Of course, that's if you have a very long piece. And for me, my piece is not very long because I like to use what I currently have, like this plastic, because again, I like how transparent it looks. And I can see my paper or my digital underneath it. And for the middle one, where is my yellow, my only yellow lace? I don't have much yellow lace, and these are one of the few that I have, and the only one that I, in my opinion, will work for this project. And just put it in the middle, for the middle of our lace bloom, and like this. And now you can see this is the one I made earlier, and this is the one that I just made using plastic as my base. And based on how you lay your lace, same base, both of them are 1.5 inches, can give you different width of finished lace belly band. This one is around 2 inches, and this one is like 2.5 inches. And these the ones that I made previously for samples. And if I like, I can even put a bling in the middle just to keep it more like something shiny. But again, we are not done yet. We still need to put this on our paper. You can just glue it like this, but it will be boring. So stay around. I will clean my table and I will show you another blooming secret that this lace belly bands will make. For my first idea, I will be using this page from Angela Kit. I fold this into half and just make a tiny mark here. I will fold it all the way down later. And for this belly band, I like to use a flat one without the bling or this dimension. So this one, I showed you that before without the bling, and I just added bling on the center, and you can see how different they look now. So anyways, I'm going to put this around center. No, I don't like it. I want this gardener to show a little bit, so I will be putting this like somewhere around here, and I will use my pencil just for a mark, maybe a little bit inside like this. You will see why. And on the other side now, I will use my packing tape to put a strip of packing tape around here, just like such that this mark is around the center of the packing tape. Doesn't have to be perfectly centered, but something a lot around that will be good. As well. And of course, there is hair or something here. So again, I forget where is my mark. It's around 5.5 inches mark here. So something like this. And I will just use my scissors to trim the extra tape. If you watch my secret pocket tutorial, that one in the Journal Jigsaw inspired series, then you might already know what I'm going to do next with this. Not, then this is what we are going to do. I'll make a mark here, so let's just make it easier for me to cut. So it's around something like this. Just want to make sure that I have a straight line here between the top and bottom. And now I'm going to cut it around 1 1/8 inches in, like from around here and until around here. Now I have this cut here and the paper is still intact. And now let's take our second page, and the reason I added the packing tape is such that it will give support to this hidden pocket opening. Now I'm just going to glue the second page on this one, but we are going to leave this side open. So on this side we are going to apply glue only on these 3 edges, and on this side we are going to apply glue all over it. So I'll just get my glue mat here. I like to use glue stick to cover all the big surface and use my thin tip liquid glue for the edges. Make sure that I align it on all 4 edges. Now we have a pocket here and it's open with the packing tape as the protection. And now we can put our belly band where we plan it to. I still see my mark here, so I will erase it. And now just using my fabric tag again, I think I will, let's see, I'll use it here first. And on the bottom as well. And put my lace belly band like this. I will let it dry for a little bit, and while it's drying I'm going to look for something to put in a pocket. So I made this ephemera holder just for this project, and I have a tutorial for it. I will put the link to this ephemera holder tutorial in the description box if you are interested to make one for yourself. And maybe let's just use one more, this one. I think it's dry enough now. Sometimes the lace belly band that you make might be a little bit taller than your page or a tiny bit shorter, and that's totally fine. Like the one here is a little bit taller, and that's why I put it on the top, and it'll be fine. It's not going to hurt you. So now, as you can see here, you have a belly band here, but this belly band is also blooming a secret, the secret pocket underneath it. And once this all dried, I can then fold it into half to make my journal page. But I think I'm going to sew around it just to make sure that these two pages is properly adhered. Now, for the second one, I will be using this page. Again, I'm going to make a little bit mark here just to help guiding me where is the center of my page and deciding where I want to put this lace belly band. Maybe something around, let's do like this. And I'm going to make my mark here, maybe like something 2 3/4. Let's just use my ruler so I have a better size. So like 2 3/4, maybe something like that. Not 2 3/4 actually, like 2 5/8. It doesn't have to be exactly in the middle like this, and it's pretty straight. And for this one, we are going to cut this all the way through. Now we are going to glue this belly band on this small cut that we just made. We need something to cover this up. If you like, actually, you can just, instead of cutting it, you can fold it in like this and cut it, leaving like half an inches extra tab or flap here. But I want to use this paper here, so I will just make a mark like this and make a mark, adding around extra half inches to the paper, and then I'm going to cut this off. Before I cut my paper, I saw that I have a scrap of paper and I decided to use it, and it's wide enough for this. So here you can see I already cut it around half inches wider than this strip of paper with the belly band. So now just going to take my scoring board and make a half inch scoring mark here. See, I'm going to fold it like this. I'm going to apply adhesive only on this side and take my strip of paper with the lace belly band and adhere it like so. So making sure that these 3 edges are aligned with these 3 edges. Need a little bit more glue. Make sure that you glue it properly, and it might be easier if you didn't glue the belly band first. Now just going to fold this around the edge of the paper like this. And again, coming back for all this opening here, which we do not want. If you don't like to see these white edges, just ink it with your ink pad. I already inked the edges of my last 2 digitals, and this is the extra from cutting this digital. So now we are going to apply adhesive on this tab here. and making sure that the orientation of this page is correct. So it's like this, and glue this, just like not confuse myself, like this. I glued and fold my page, and now you have a belly band here, and this page looks like one continuous page. But wouldn't you know that it can flip open and you have a hidden writing spot here. This page is done as is, but I do not like how this flap is flapping around when you flip your journaling page. So I want to put something that will stop it from flapping around. I'm going to look through my ephemera holder for something that can work for this closure. And it needs to be something big because this belly band with this pearl lace is quite heavy. So, but this one, this will work. Let's see if we find something else that's work better. And this one here is bigger. That's nice. But I do not like how this edge is flapping open because of the pearl of this lace. So this is not going to work. So we have this that I can use. One, same one. And about this one. Oh, this will work cute. But about this one, I like this one better because it has this gardeners know all the dirt. And look at this. I can put this pearl like this just on the notch here. That looks really cute. I'll just use this one. Now let's see if I want to put something else. Like a flower maybe. Just look through my fussy cut here. Something like this. No. This. No. Flower. Where is the flower? I have the fussy cut flowers. Butterfly? Nah. This. Daffodil, no. Now what, I'll just leave it like this, but maybe I will put something on the bottom here so it will look like more continuous at the bottom. And I have this bag of scraps from the pages that I work on. Let's use this one here. So it's like something like this. That looks cute. So that's what I'm going to do. I printed my ephemera on a copy paper, pretty thin, and I want it to be thick enough to be able to hold this lace belly band in place. So I'm going to thicken it up with my book page here. Did I mention that there is a giveaway for this collaboration? Yeah, there is a giveaway. There will be a lot of prizes that you can get, and all you need to do is to subscribe, like, and comment on each of the tutorials of this collaboration. And by the end of the collaboration, Rachel will pick a winner and she will announce it on her channel. So make sure that you go back to her channel and see if you are the winner. And for my part, I donated my digital kit as one of the prize. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of April. And if I able to reach that, I will be putting a giveaway, and the prize will be one of the 2 journals that I'm currently working on. So actually, I'm working on 3 journals. This garden story journal, and I'm using Truly Blue Kit for the rustic and grungy of this collaboration, and I'll be using my kit for the journal that's showing my take of each day tutorials of this journal jigsaw collaboration. If you watch my journal jigsaw inspired series, you will see the journals that I've been making, because we are going to make the journal together. And one of it can be yours if I reach 2,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of April. I work on 3, but I only offer 2 because I'm planning to give this garden story journal for my neighbor, the one with a lot of roses, whose rose I've been picking up to make my rose dyed peppers. So I have a tutorial showing how I use flowers to dye pepper if you are interested. I'll be putting that tutorial on the description box as well. So yeah, this one neighbor of me, she has lots and lots of beautiful roses. And I often just walk to her front yard and pick up the petals that's falling on the ground. And sometimes she trim her roses and then put it in her yard waste, and I'll just grab it. And I think it'll be a nice gesture to show my appreciation for what she has been helping me with my roasted peppers by gifting this garden story journal to her. And she's really a big gardener too, so it's just so perfect. So what I'm doing now here, I'm just applying glue on kind of like half side of this, like a, what you call, cluster. It's not really a cluster because it's only 2. You know what? Actually, I can also put lace on this. Oh well, I already finished it. But let's see if I have something else I can use to decorate it, or maybe no, just keep it like this, because I like to keep my pitch flat. So here, yeah, it doesn't flapping around now. It's perfect. That's what I want. And you can still open this up like this, and you have this hidden journaling spot. And you can also still use this belly band like this. As a recap, in this video I showed you how to make this lace blooming belly band. And as you can see, it looks like flower. It has different layers of lace, like a petal, and like a flower, it also has a base. You can use ribbon, fabric, or even plastic bag. Just remember that the more transparent that you use as the base, the more transparent your final belly band will look. So like this two, this one I use a green burlap ribbon, and this one I use a cereal bag. And you can see how different they look. This one looks more bright and more see-through, and this one is more opaque. And if you're using a plastic bag, make sure that you use a thicker one, because it will look more smooth compared to this one. The one I use a thinner cereal bag, it looks more bubbly. And one of the benefits of using a base, a non-lace base that I forgot to mention, is how smooth you can put your tag, journal card, or whatever underneath this belly band. So if I use lace, especially a very intricate lace one, it might get stuck in the intricate of the lace. But using the base, a solid base or less intricate base, you can slide your journal card very smoothly. That's what we cover in this tutorial. And I also show you how we can put this belly band into our page in a more interactive way. So this belly band, they are not just blooming like flowers, but they are also blooming secrets. For this one, you have a belly band here, but you also have a pocket underneath it. And this one here, you have a belly band here, but it also open, and you have a hidden journaling spot here. So these are the 2 examples of how you can make this belly band more interactive and more interesting. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Also, If you haven't, please also comment, like, and subscribe to the rest of the amazing crafters that joined this collaboration. Again, I will put the link to all the information you need to know about this collaboration in the description box. There you can also find the playlist of all the tutorials that have been up when you are watching this video. So if you watch this video after the end of the collaboration, which is April 13, then all the tutorials here is already available online. And lastly, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach 2,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of April. Thank you for watching. Happy crafting. Bye.